Okay, welcome to the Tuesday show. My name is Ultra David.
I'm James Chen.
Hey, I'm Jam. Alright. That went as smooth as it could go.
Yeah, it works. Alright, so...
Did Tasty Steve say something? Oh, I
he
didn't
did.
even hear him.
Yeah,
Okay.
it came out eventually. It trickled out eventually.
Okay.
So, we're going to be talking about a few interesting topics, because some stuff has come out. We're going to talk about Injustice 2. That's not the only thing that has come out. We're going to talk about Ed in Street Fighter V, who has been playable on the beta there. We'll talk about a couple of tournaments that happened. BAM down in the southern half of the globe, and we'll talk about some stuff coming up. And some interesting other news that has happened. But let's start off talking about this Injustice 2. Jimmy, have you had a chance to play it or check it out at all?
Here, grab that yellow envelope. Dude, who is making all that noise in the background?
It's definitely Steve.
It's definitely Steve, yeah.
Okay.
I'm not doing anything, though.
You're doing a lot of stuff. I don't know what you're doing down there. It sounds like you're opening some bubble wrap or something.
So I'm opening bubble wrap right now, so...
I mean, he sounded like he was opening it.
Hey, it just came today?
Yes, I just got it today. I obviously just opened it up.
Right, this is a man who's very committed to his relationship with Amazon.com.
Yes,
And there's benefits to that, for sure.
Yes.
Also some downsides. I've had the game since Friday.
Yeah, but...
I've had it since last Wednesday.
But, you know, Prime...
I had it since I got back, which is what, a Saturday, Sunday, one of those days.
Slowpoke over here, but hey,
see,
Amazon.
like you get $10 off, like for Prime membership and stuff.
I'm not saying
like
it's a
that,
bad
so
idea. I'm just saying it comes with downsides.
But you know what?
Yeah.
I couldn't have played it this weekend anyway. I was gone this whole time anyway.
There you go.
I mean, I went to do commentary today, and I had a week worth of knowledge.
So it was actually
That's valuable.
imperative for you guys to have played it.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
So Steve and I did commentary on ESL today. That, it went well because we both had been investigating the game. I mean, a lot of the characters that were played were returning from Injustice 1.
Yeah,
They were pretty
that's true,
similar,
that's
but
true.
even still. Anyway, so I guess I'll start. I've been playing the game since it came out. I have been playing it a lot, I would say, and I really like it. Okay, and I like it in ways more than just the video game gameplay, which I was pretty sure I would like, and in fact I do. But I think the story mode's pretty sick.
I see. I'm gonna definitely stream all.
Dude,
the
it's
story mode.
legit. And I will tell you,
Story mode.
as
I've been trying to stay off of the internet because I don't want to get spoiled on it.
For sure.
But I definitely want to go through it.
for sure. And then as a World of Warcraft grinder, I like my gear. Okay, and you can gear up yourself. Hopefully Steve survives the oncoming train.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the hell is that?
But
There's
probably just this chair, man. You know what?
Well, that's not even just
That's
that.
not a chair
That's
noise.
like feedback. It's like you're getting feedback over there. I think it's like your speakers are going into your heads. Are you using a headset right now?
Yeah, I have a headset right now.
That's so weird. Okay.
You're definitely careful. There's a train really close.
yeah, also,
But
I think your mic gain is really high.
Yeah.
The gain on your
But-
mic is really high. Yeah, so the gear system is really interesting too. I linked Injustice Mobile to my Injustice account, and I'm getting gear that way, and I am basically cracking out on that.
On a
okay?
mobile game?
On both of them.
Oh, okay.
When I'm not playing the game
The
or
gear
working,
is
I'm basically
so
cracking
sick.
out on gear.
Gear is super duper sick. It makes you look cool, and it doesn't do anything in ranked matches, so you can wear whatever looks the coolest. You don't have to wear plus 50 to charisma, right? You can just do whatever you want, right? It's super super sick. And in tournament mode, which they have if you're playing offline, it randomly equips gear.
Dude, I saw you guys talk about that on ESL. As soon as I heard that, I was like, "That's sick."
Yes.
I was
it
actually
just
happy.
randomly puts on some piece of gear that looked really sick. It's really good.
Yeah.
I haven't got that far yet. I haven't got into even playing story mode or getting gear. I just been trying to do training mode stuff because apparently there's a lot I got to take in about this game. But it's not been too bad. But I think I'm just probably gonna stream all of the story mode and stuff so I can mess with the gear. Even though it really doesn't do anything, I still want to do it.
It's just cool looking, man. And you can transmogrify your items. So
Right.
if you like how one item works, looks, I should say, but it and you're playing with a system where the gear matters, then you can change the looks of one pieces of gear into how another one looks, but retain its stats.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But, I mean...
It's really sick.
So someone, Manny in the chat was asking how will tournaments handle it. Look, basically, tournament mode and ranked mode online, just ignore all the benefits. It's just aesthetic at that point in time. So that's really cool.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Okay.
But dude, my Scarecrow looks like Voldo from Soul Calibur, but like he's rotting. It's like rotting Voldo.
Yeah, the
It's
thing
super sick.
The thing that's actually impressive to me so far is just from all the random gear that I was seeing on the ESL stuff today. The characters have a lot of variety, but I don't feel like it changes them as much as like how Tekken changes them. You know,
right?
Like Tekken, like they just look like a completely different character.
Right? Yeah, they're not wearing baths, right? Like,
right. Or you don't have Blanca with Guardian Force kind of things. So.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not that extreme, but each character does change like significantly enough that it looks like there are a ton of alts, right? Like alt costumes or kind of.
Right.
But yeah, again, not like the Blanca thing,
Right.
and not like they're wearing a bathtub.
Right.
There's actually
That's
some
cool.
really cool stuff with that, like where, like in First Injustice, if you played Yellow Green Lantern, like when you won, it would say Yellow Lantern wins instead of Green Lantern.
Nice, yeah.
Same thing with like if you play Supergirl, it says, and you have the Power Girl outfit, it says Power Girl wins.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
Green Lantern,
That's
he
actually
has
really
colors. He has like every kind of lantern. Like he has the White Lantern and the Pink Lantern and the Blue Lantern.
And they
like,
say
so
all
you
of
can be
them?
whatever
He
color.
has Red Lantern.
Yeah, they were saying like they have like all these crazy amounts of line and dialogue in the game, and I think that's really cool. I
That's
like,
sick.
even though I'm not the biggest fan of DC, I like to sit down and like listen and like find all of them.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how long that's gonna take, but I definitely want to hear it.
It is nice. Yeah, it definitely is nice. And even as we were commentating ESL today, there were moments when like the characters were talking to each other, and it was like almost funny in the game, like where Aquaman was talking to Black Adam, and he was like, "Go home, Adam," in like the middle of the game.
Yeah.
Like in the middle of the match?
They're like
Somebody
playing the
saying in the
match, and
chat
Aquaman hits
that
Adam with something, and he's like, "Go home, Adam."
That's so cool.
Was that an echo? Wait, what was that?
Oh.
No, he just said it again. That's all.
Oh, okay. I thought Steve's mic was echoing. I got super confused.
Oh, because David...
Go home, Adam.
Go
Go
home,
home, Adam.
Go
But
home,
somebody was
Adam.
saying in the chat, yeah, actually, Yellow Lantern had his own win pose too, where he would say
That-
yellow is power. But the
that's
game
sick.
would also say Yellow Lantern wins instead of Green Lantern. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
So like
It's
there was
just-
like that added effect that was super sick. Like
Dude,
honestly, the game is just super polished. There's a ton of really awesome content in there besides the main game. There's guilds. So you get like create a guild and you get guild loot. Like I have a Hoop Squad guild. It's hilarious.
I'm telling you, this is like a fighting. As somebody whose main games are fighting games and WoW,
Yeah.
I'm in my wheelhouse.
I was even surprised too because Kotaku just actually put us an article that kind of said that the facial animations in the story mode were really good.
Yeah, it was.
And they had some examples in there, and for a while the faces look kind of whack in the game, but like the animations do look really good in the story mode. I was really impressed.
It does vary by character, I would say. Like Blue Beetle looks like a weirdo, but man, Superman, they put in a ton of time to some characters, and Superman looks great, and some of the other characters look great. So yeah,
Dude,
really well done.
One thing I will also add too, and I know you guys will talk about this a little bit, but the netcode is supposedly fantastic, and not only that, when you look at the credits, Tony Cannon's name is listed in there. They actually hired him to help with the netcode. Like
That's crazy.
Tony Cannon's name is in the credits. Someone took a screenshot of it. I think it was Arturo. Arturo took a screenshot of it, and I retweeted it. So that's why the netcode is so
Wow.
good.
Tony Cannon, of course, one of the founders of Evo, but also created GGPO.
Yeah.
One of the best, online fighting game playing mechanisms or whatever.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
he's actually helped. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's literally, I mean, like, Mike Z has worked on it for Skullgirls, and he's like, I just don't imagine why you would not use this for every game. And if it's not working well, then it's your fault because you didn't code it properly, you know, so...
Well, so far it's working really, really well. I'll tell you that. I have not had a bad match yet. The closest that I had to being bad was still playable. I could react in time, but like not ideally. And it was, that was one out of. I've been playing a lot, so I don't know, but it's been great.
I'm
in general.
afraid I'm not that good yet. I'm not good enough to even want to try online. I'm still like learning stuff, so I'm like afraid.
That doesn't sound like Steve to me.
You know what?
I fight tomorrow.
When I played the beta, I was using Black Canary against another Black Canary, but I wasn't playing ranked or anything like that. The other Black Canary had like 700 billion times more hit points than I did and all this stuff. And I was so close to beating her like so many times.
Right.
Like I was, and the closest I got, as soon as I almost beat her, she finally quit the thing and was like, "I'm not gonna lose." I was like, "Oh, whatever, dude."
That's all right.
But yeah, no, I mean, look, I didn't know what I was doing. I had never played Black Canary before,
Yeah.
and it's not. I mean, look, it's you just got to learn what strings you want, and then just go at it like any other fighting game. I'm actually gonna sit down.
Like, you can just, especially with the gear now, if you play ranked matches, like, the gear is not a factor, so you don't even have to worry about that. And there's tons of people who are playing online who can teach you stuff or can play pretty much any character in the game. So, like, you should just tweet out and be like, yo, let's play games and learn. So, yeah, I mean, training mode is cool. Like, I training moded pretty much every character so that I would know how to commentate them and, like, know the basics, but got to get on there and play. There's so many people playing in rank. You got to get shot by Deadshot like 100 times, and you're like, all right, this character's dumb. And then, like, you know, you'll be good.
It is though a different kind of fighting game. I've been putting a couple of vids out on the youtube.com/UltraChenTV.
If you guys are watching, please go check those out because there's some really good information that David's been putting out on there for people who are not used to NRS games.
Yeah, just because NRS games have some of their own really unique ideas in terms of how to make strings work and how to do combos, and notation in the community is different and hit stun is different, and so if you are coming into it thinking that you're going to pick it up like it's Street Fighter or Gear or whatever, it's not like that. I mean, it's not so different. Like, once you understand that you have to do like X instead of Y, then you know, and you just go back to playing fighting games like normal spacing, pressure, whatever. It's just that you got to know those things, or you're just going to get ripped up.
It's interesting. I think it was. I even saw like Li Joe or somebody tweet like, "Why can't I combo my jump attack? I'm hitting it really deep." And you know, it was like, hey, I mean,
it's really weird.
I
was having the same problem. Like, I was sitting there trying to do like Robin stuff, and I was like, man, why is it so awkward to jump in and make a jump in combo on here? And it was like, well, I can't use 3 because that's a knockdown. So I'm trying to use 1, and it either whiffs or it just doesn't combo, and I don't know how. Like, I'm like, what's going on?
Steve, go watch David's videos.
You have to buffer the string into your jump attack.
Yeah, you basically have to.
Only want to do 1 hit though.
I mean, then you just do jump 2, I guess, but you know.
No, I mean, basically you have to actually chain it. If you want to just do jump attack and nothing else, then
I guess you can do that, but
you're not going to combo the ground attack, basically.
Right? Yeah, you have to at least input the first one as if
you're still like dialing it in.
Yeah, you have to. You basically you have to hit the ground button before you land. If you wait until you land, it is just not ever going to combo. It's not a true block string.
It's a string opener. So you know how if you're doing a grounded string, say it's like 1-1, right? You have to do the second one before the first one is done. Animating, because you have to cancel from the first one into the second one, right?
Okay.
That's like how Tekken works too.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing in the air. So if you do a jump 1 and you want to follow it up with 1, you need to press the button before the jump 1 is finished, which means before you are done jumping. Okay?
And basically,
that's it.
And it's like someone said in chat, you cannot hit confirm a single jump and attack. You kind of have to commit to it if you want to. You have to hit confirm the landing buttons. But
what you do is you input a string, and then if that string hits, you buffer in the special move.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Okay. All right. Well, like, it's weird because I think I just forget it because I know now that I know you have to dial it in, but dialing it in on a jump in to be like, okay, jump in 2, 3 or whatever I'm using like at the time of like combo. That's still just really weird.
It is.
Dude, just buffer 4, 2, down 3. It's overhead low. No one's ever gonna block it. You can beat everybody. It's not that. Just jump into overhead. Like, it's gonna hit everybody.
Yeah, it's exactly like MKX, MK9, Injustice 1. It's been the same way through all 4 of them. So
correct. Yeah. So it does have its own idiosyncrasies, but that's not something that I'm judging it one way or the other for. Just because I feel like that's as valid as anything. There's no there's nothing like inherently wrong about it.
Right.
So
because I mean,
fine.
like, here's the best way to explain it. When we played MK9, and I found out like when you did those moves like Scorpion 111, and then you did the spear and it wouldn't combo and it was hit reel, but it wasn't really a hit reel. I was like, this is the dumbest thing ever. Then people started using it in their strategy to put you in the hit stun to get a free jump in and everything like that. Like, as soon as I started seeing that, I'm like, oh, it's just different. This is actually cool. It's a different system, and I kind of like that. And you know what? It's kind of a unique system that I sometimes even think other games should kind of implement.
I think it's kind of cool myself, but it is a weird thing if you're trying to get into it in the first place.
Yeah, because like I had even thought of scenarios in Street Fighter V where a move like that might actually be kind of interesting. But in any case,
yeah. So I really enjoyed the gameplay. The characters I think are really well done. Steve, you and I were talking about this at ESL. How we like how the returning characters are similar enough to themselves that you could pick them up, so you're not like, swimming in some new ocean. You pretty much know how the water feels. But then when it comes to the new characters, they've put in a lot of weirdos, which is cool for people like me. I mean, there are a couple characters among the new ones that are like more straightforward, probably like
Black
Deadshot.
Canary.
Yeah, Canary's not super complicated. Robin's not either. But then there are lots of weird characters, so I really like that they did that mix.
I agree.
Yeah.
No, I'm right there with you guys. I was kind of like coming into it really like skeptical. I'm like, man, this is gonna be so whack. But like, one, the game looks a lot better when I'm playing it.
It does.
And two, it's just it's a really well designed game. Like, just looking at it and feeling it right now. I mean, even with me not being like familiar with it and whatever, it might be broken with the characters or whatever the case. It's just a really well designed game at this point.
Yeah, I think that,
Dude.
So far the characters don't seem wildly imbalanced to me, but obviously it's day one, so we'll see.
All right.
Dude, I got on and I opened my guild, David.
Yeah.
There's 50 people in my guild, right?
Nerd.
I have so many loot boxes. Oh my god, I swear. Because like the people in
What
your
is a
guild,
loot?
when
Well, a loot box.
Oh,
is what
loot box.
Oh, yeah,
Loot
okay.
box. Oh,
Yeah,
I thought you said
so
loot
as
box.
the guild members play online or do single player content, like it unlocks loot boxes for everybody in the guild.
Oh my god.
Dude, I legit have like fucking I have like 20 boxes or something like that. Like, it's crazy. I can't believe how many I have.
Oh, that's sick.
Well, I gotta get a guild, I guess.
Start an Ultra Chen guild.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Ultra Chen guild. Yeah, in fact, let us know if you would like to join anybody, because that sounds like a good idea, actually. Yeah, hey, so Steven, what do you think about the characters so far?
You mean like who do I think is good? Who do I that kind of stuff?
Yeah, that sort of stuff. But
Just, who are you enjoying right now?
Who are you playing? Who do you think is fun?
I like when people are upset, so I've been playing Superman so far, and he is super fun. So he fits my style really well, and he's like very similar to how he was before.
Yeah.
And yeah, like, to be honest with you, I think a lot of the returning characters are they're very similar to their old self, but they're kind of like the straightforward footsie like basics, right? The new characters all have really funky kind of like weird designs, like they're either grapplers or zoners or like 50-50 characters. Like, they're all the oddballs. They play it safe with the returning characters, and then the characters that are newer, like, they're really like sort of like, oh, let's try some weird stuff and see how it goes. But yeah, so far I really like Superman. I think he's fun. Of the non-returning characters, so just the characters that like nobody else like are brand new, I really like Robin. I think Firestorm is really cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think that Captain Cold is ridiculously sick. Like, that character's set play potential is hilarious. Like, he's so cool. Dr. Fate has really cool zoning, and I think that character is really cool. Scarecrow is like dope. Poison Ivy's trait is so sick. She has a summon that's like super buff. Brainiac is dope. He's got a safe on block dive kick that's an overhead from half screen.
Yeah,
And you can meter burn it, and it has a follow-up that's overhead, and you get a full combo from it. And he has like a quadruple jump that he can keep like canceling and jump into itself over
what
and over.
the hell,
like,
really?
Yeah.
Like, dude, he's crazy. Swamp Thing has half-screen limbs and stuff. I mean, dude, he's so sick. Like, this character, oh man.
I mean, Swamp Thing has 3/4 screen command grabs.
Oh,
Yes.
he's like Conrad, basically.
He is, although they are duckable.
Oh, okay.
But
okay,
still
okay.
good. Still good. Yeah, so there's a lot of weird new stuff, and I really like the I mean, in particular, I'm playing weirdos as I do. You know, I prefer to play grapplers and zoners, and so the ones that I've landed on so far are Swamp Thing, Scarecrow, Bane, and Dr. Fate. And I thought Fate looked dumb before the game came out. I just thinking he's got like a helmet.
Dude, yeah,
on.
I couldn't wait
It's
to
like
play
whatever. But he's super interesting as a character to play. And the others,
I'm sad about Dr. Fate's voice. Like I'm
Yo,
used
yeah?
to, but the problem is
you don't like it?
well, it's because I saw Justice League and he sounded like so normal there, and like he's just kind of like cool and everything like that.
I think he sounds sick in this one.
But he sounds too.
I think it sounds really cool. Like
Vengeance of Horse.
Like they get atmosphere really well in NRS games. That's why I'm really I like to see like all the little touches and nuances, and like it's really like well detailed.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, man. And I, Scarecrow's not the character that I thought he was. I thought he would be like Dawson, basically, but not at all like that. He's much more of a pressure character, but still really interesting. I would love to look more into Captain Cold, because setting out walls in the way he does is just really interesting to cut off the screen.
Yeah.
But in practice, he might end up just being like the setup super
Like there'll be
shenanigans
some like
character.
set play kind
Like
of stuff.
imagine this, like he has walls that cut off the screen, but he also has an ice grenade that puts a big bubble up onto the screen of blue, and if you're in that bubble, then you freeze after like a couple seconds, but you're caught behind the wall, so you can't move out of the freeze.
Gotcha.
So it's really, he doesn't have like high-low stuff super strongly, but like, man, he has some crazy potential.
Also, his mids are not great, and Superman 423s him to death. But his set play and neutral is pretty good.
That's actually kind of ironic that is it still 4-2-3 breath that you lock him down with? It's kind of ironic that it's
actually most characters don't have a really fast mid to deal with Superman's forward 2, so they have to commit to down poking, and if you just wait a split frame, his forward 2 is 8 frames and it's a mid. Yeah, like Robin is a good example of like he has like down 1-2 that he could try to do, but like all you have to do with Superman is wait a frame, and then they try to do down 1, and you whip punish that shit with forward 2. It's pretty sick.
Yeah, but I mean, like I said, I just think it's ironic because it's the freeze breath it's blowing up Captain Cold. Come on. Like,
that's right.
Yeah, see, that's dumb.
That's
really stupid to me. That really bothers me. Man.
That's great.
All right. Well, I don't even know who to use yet, to be honest with you. I can't wait to actually go through, because I mean, I used Catwoman last time, right? And I might use her again just because I'm familiar with her, just to get started, but I really want to find a new character, in my opinion, because Catwoman, I'm afraid I might end up with Cammy syndrome, in which she's kind of boring. But
why don't you play Flash? He was all hype about it. I'm thinking about playing Flash.
Flash is pretty cool.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that too.
Like, I think you might enjoy him. He's kind of a buttonsy fella.
Dude, I like the character select animation. You know how when they beat each other up and they all go into slow motion, it's like and it's all slow motion.
That's hilarious.
But see, finally they did something cool with Flash, is that he punches you and then he just stands there and he's like, "My God, this guy's reeling forever." And I just thought that was the sickest thing, dude. Like, I was so happy about that. I am not playing Cheetah.
Just because she looks bad.
Just because
her face is gross.
Yeah, she looks a little jank.
They really buffed up the faces and animation in general, but that one is a holdover of the Dark Age for sure.
I've got good news.
What's that?
I got a platinum loot box because our guild got the weekly challenge of throwing 750 interactables.
Oh man,
that's pretty sick, right? It doesn't get much better than that. Platinum loot boxes because my guild is grinding.
All right, well, you open that up and let me know what happens. All right.
I'm so scared to open it. I actually want to wait until I stream.
Oh, that's actually a good idea. That's a good idea.
All right,
Dude,
fine.
I got 13 loot boxes. I just counted from guild members.
How is Harlequin?
Harlequin seems to me like she's pretty good, although somebody at ESL today said that they thought she was not, so I'm not sure either way.
She might be kind of fun. I mean, I just like the character, right?
Yeah.
I've always just liked Harlequin, the character.
She's good in the story mode. They did a good job with her in story. Okay. I would definitely check that out. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's basically every archetype. You know what I mean? Like, there's there's button Z mid-range or button Z far away or button Z pressure or whatever kind of button pressing you want to do, you can do.
I mean, I've got to try. I mean, like, obviously the original problems of Injustice still exist, right? Which is the animations, although, I mean, the graphics look a lot better. I still
Definitely
think
improved,
the animations are still kind of meh.
Yeah.
But, again, music, God, like...
It's improved. I would say that.
It's improved. I think
it's
they
not
focus
great.
more on atmosphere than the music.
Right.
They did a better job with it, though.
I still feel like we gotta just find our own music and just start playing it. Like, just go find, like, the original Danny Elfman Batman soundtrack and just start playing it in the background or playing
Put some Tyler Bates over it, man. I feel like Tyler Bates would go really well over Injustice, man. That guy's, like, ridiculous when it comes to, like, setting the atmosphere
what is
with,
else?
like, good music.
What has he done?
Oh, like 300?
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, he's, like, ridiculous.
Yeah. Then of course...
I'm actually not sure if the game has music. I've had it open since the podcast started, and I actually just realized I'm not sure if I've heard anything.
You know, when I was recording the videos for the YouTube thing, I actually had to turn down the game's music.
What?
Really?
Totally honest, man.
Whoa.
It was on the Scarecrow level. It was not what?
Oh, okay.
It's like the Bayou level.
Huh.
So
Okay. Yeah, I haven't really looked back at the videos I recorded yet, so maybe I'll have to check. I built I did a couple of things. I did like a couple of character breakdowns and some
cool.
B&B
Okay.
videos.
Sweet.
So I'm gonna upload those.
Yeah, so definitely follow youtube.com/SupermanSayJam because Steven will be putting up all of his character breakdowns like he did for Injustice.
Superman, let's go.
Now, the other thing too, I will say this. I tweeted about this because I was watching ESL. I know it's about speed. I know people hate waiting, but I kind of want to make a plea to NRS players.
Are we hitting the table? I was going along. I was matching your rhythm.
Oh, was I hitting the table? Oh, sorry about that. But like,
It was like a war chant. I was following.
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
okay. No, because
I
like,
heard, like, boobs.
I
That's what I'm
honestly,
saying.
I honestly feel like players have got to stop the pause rematch, pause character selecting at the end of matches. Like
Oh, really?
it kills the viewer experience so badly, and it's great for the players, but the viewer, like, I saw a lot of people complaining about it in the ESL chat, and every time I see it, it drives me nuts because it's like, oh, it's coming down to the wire, he's gonna boom, pause, go restart. And then not only that too, but if you actually think about it from a production standpoint, what's one of the coolest parts is in between the matches, you get to go to the camera to the players and you get to see their
Right.
reaction, and they're like, oh, or, you know, like you see them kind of like thinking or whatever like that. Like, I even remember there was one point in time that one of the producers of a stream was talking about mandating like a 1 minute you can't rematch in Street
I
Fighter
remember that
to
conversation.
bring that in there. Injustice, Mortal Kombat, all the games, because they skipped that, I feel like it's hurting the viewership. Like, and I understand the players are salty and they want to get back in there really fast, but I really feel like it's hurting the viewership. Like, it's taking away some of... Because the other thing, too, is usually when you get that KO... Now, one thing is, in NRS games don't have exciting KOs, right? But when they do happen, the players, the viewers still get that cathartic release. Like, if it's a close match, like, oh, boom, oh my god, oh, you got hit, and you kind of get this
But
calm...
those RS matches already take, like, a long time anyway.
Yeah, that's the
Actually,
problem.
they were pretty...
It depends on the match.
Yeah, and even some of the zoning matches today, like, you would look at it and be like, wow, Black Adam versus Aquaman, that's going to take forever. But they do, like, 50% damage combos, so it goes faster than you might expect. But I'm with you. It's not something that I really care about, but I know enough people do care about it that, like, and the nice thing is that they actually sped up how quickly the game just goes to, like, start.
Oh,
like, it
okay,
doesn't take
okay.
forever anymore.
Okay, that's
you know,
good.
so you no longer have to press pause, like, immediately. You can just,
Right.
like, wait until the game is like, all right, what do you want to do?
Because
It's really
literally
not that
there
long.
was...
This game has built-in replays.
What do you mean?
Injustice.
There's like a Street Fighter replay thing
oh,
in here.
okay.
Sick, I didn't know.
I just went into extras and it's here. Like, I'm watching a replay from yesterday. It's pretty sick. I didn't know about this.
Didn't know that either. That is very cool. So that would be nice if people change that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that matches need to be 240 seconds long.
Wait, what do you mean they're 240 seconds long?
That's what the timer is.
Oh, really?
The default timer.
Do you feel like
it's 4 minutes?
Whoa.
It's very long. Yeah.
That's like,
I mean, like, none of the matches even went close to timeout. Like, the most was, like, halfway down.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
that's a long ass time.
And keep in mind,
minutes.
that's for 2 rounds, right, at a minimum. But 4 minutes is, like, on the upper side of what it needs to be, for sure. So
Right.
I think that's probably 180 seconds.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think... but you know what? It's kind of like the whole Melee thing, right? They put this timer up to this length, but you know what? Most likely, it's never going to get there anyway, just because of the way the game's played.
But I do like timeouts. I mean, I think timeouts are cool to have sometimes.
Oh, so you would rather add the timer so that there is a pressure...
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, think about it like in matches in other games.
There's chip damage, so that's even more so. Like, I think that really would, like... That'll make the game even more enjoyable to watch.
I think so, too.
Less time
and to play.
And, like, yeah.
Okay, I understand that.
Well, that's about it for me, though. I mean, like you said, it's not... the animations are still a little weird sometimes. Like, it's definitely an NRS game, but it, in my opinion, is way improved over how it's been in the past. So that's cool with me. And everything else in the game is awesome. One player is great. The story mode's great. The versus modes are cool. Tournament mode, they put in a lot of time. Like, in tournament mode, not only is there random gear, but pressing start does not immediately pause. It takes a few seconds to like they just put in so much time into all of these things. Like, it's so well done.
I remember everybody was
very
so
happy
worried
with
about NRS. They're like, man, NRS is like, we're gonna have a tournament mode. Everybody's like, gear is gonna ruin us. We'll never survive. And then NRS created a super sick tournament mode.
Yeah, they did a good job. And you know what? What's really cool about that is that you can tell that they did it because they probably talked to a lot of people.
Oh yeah,
you can totally tell that they just
they had a lot of people in house. I mean, Chris G was there working on the game too, right?
Yeah,
he was there.
I don't think he can enter tournaments for a while though, right?
He cannot, including Evo.
Really?
Oh,
he cannot enter Evo.
That sucks.
That sucks.
I mean, it does, but he made that choice, so he knew it going into it.
And the testers.
Yeah,
they did. They
literally did.
I mean, not in like weekly tournaments, but if there's money that's coming from NRS, then the testers cannot play.
Right.
That's why I didn't become a tester.
Oh, were you actually offered that?
Yeah, I actually was.
Oh, dang.
That's not why I didn't do it. It's because I couldn't like take 2 weeks off of my job. Just like be like, all right, Kentley, good luck with the cats for 2 weeks. I couldn't do that, so I didn't do it. But yeah, I thought that would have been cool though.
Yeah.
So they definitely did talk with a lot of people, and I mean, I was thinking about it, how I remember a conversation that I had with Hector, who used to be like the dude at NRS when MK9 came out. We were on stream after MK9 came out at, I think, UFGT, and I was supposed to interview him, and the first question that I asked was something like, why is training mode so terrible? and then I asked, like, how come the button config is the worst in any fighting game ever? Because it was. Like, you had to go all the way back out to the options and the menu. It was horrible. And to see where they've gone from that is, like, pretty great. Pretty great.
Yeah, no, it's great. I'm so happy that they've actually taken the time to make sure that they kind of have this nice, fully fledged product here. So, I mean, yeah, obviously there's a lot of, you know, it just sucks. Street Fighter 5 just makes me sad. Okay, it's obviously everyone knows exactly why I'm saying this. Okay, so yeah.
For sure.
Oh man.
Well, I'm happy with the game so far. We'll see how it shapes up.
Yeah, I can't wait to play it. Like I said, I'm really eager to try to find a character that might gel with me. You know,
yeah, I'm sure they'll be able to find it. And just before we quit talking about this, I just want to say I know that I was looking at some of the chat today for the ESL, and there's a lot of zoning that happens in Injustice.
Oh yeah. We should talk about this. Yeah.
2 things about that. One, cool. You finally get to see zoning in a game. Like I feel like it happens in some games, obviously, but as a sort of general overarching thing, zoning is not as strong in many games as it has been in the past. Cool, we get to see it again. But on top of that, it's like day one, and people do the like very obvious things day one. So a lot of the stuff on ESL was previous characters who were in Injustice 1 who were pretty similar, and they're like the slow-paced pace control characters, because that's like the easy, stable stuff.
Yeah.
Right? So you see that at the start, And people are talking about Deadshot right now. Is he too ridiculous? Maybe. Actually, he's kind of crazy. He's kind of crazy. But we'll see. And what I was very encouraged by was in talking with people at ESL today, Pig the Hut, Tom Brady, Slayer, we were all having this conversation about this. Nobody wants to see patches until after Evo. They all were very clear. Look, let the game breathe.
Right.
Don't do it. Yeah. We just want to find things out. And coming from, sort of community leaders like that, and knowing that NRS does pay close attention to that stuff, I really hope that happens. I really hope. I don't expect it.
Make the game so much more enjoyable.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I don't expect it, but maybe more hands off at least. Maybe not every month. I don't know, like something that's better than before, and that gave me some encouragement.
I mean, at this point in time, I still remember, only if it's something super broken.
Yes.
Only if it's something super broken, I think it's worth doing.
Yes. Like the Gorilla Grodd Infinite.
Oh, is there one right now?
He has an Infinite, yeah.
Oh no.
With the jump, command jump thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has like a restand and a command jump and a restand and a command jump. You can just keep looping it.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, fine, but in general, I'd really like to let the game breathe. So, like what happened in the previous one, where everybody complained about not Deadshot, Deathstroke,
Deathstroke,
Deadshot, Deathstroke, Deadpool.
Dude, tell me about it. But there were lots of complaints about it, and they did nerf him, and then he was garbage for a while.
Right.
And he ended up being viable not even as a zoner. He was like a pressure character. Some people used him. So just let Deadshot hang out for a while.
Yeah.
Please.
I agree. I remember when the game Injustice 1 first came out, Eris was beating everybody up at the run back or Wednesday night fights. Yeah, and it was fun. I know a lot of people were mad at the zoning, but I thought that was cool. That was the early meta. You know what I mean?
He got top 16 at Evo or something.
Yeah,
he did really well in that game.
Yeah. So I think just let it breathe for a little bit, let it go, no patches. I 100% agree with that. 100% agree. Except for Gorilla Grodd Infinite, right? Okay, that makes sense.
I feel like that's the only case. Unless it's like some game breaking glitch, they should let it rock.
Mm-hmm.
With that.
Agreed.
Oh, he got 9th at Evo. Yeah, he did well. He was good.
Yeah, he did.
All right. Well, it's a good game. I highly recommend it.
Yeah, I mean, if the zoning does bother you, I mean, just really take the time to understand the angles and the spacing of the zoning and understand how... And, they even... I didn't see anyone use the meter roll today. Right.
There you go.
So, we just haven't figured out how to use all the new systems yet.
For sure. And keep in mind that the grand, I don't know, 4 people who played, but the last several matches of the final match was Batman versus Atrocitus, which was definitely pressure versus pressure. Mm-hmm. So it's not always going to be zoning.
Right.
There's all different styles represented. So.
Yeah, that was a super offensive set.
Yeah.
It was Pig having a trait and doing he has a summon and doing mix-ups, and then Batman doing mix-ups behind his projectile summon thing.
For sure.
And they're like, man, look at all this zoning.
Dude, actually, it was very funny looking at the chat sometimes, because when Pig was playing earlier, it was all about, oh my god, he spams zoning, this guy is terrible, he's not... And then when he went to Atrocitus and he was going in with forward two, people were like, oh, look at this guy, he's just hiding behind the trait playing this offense. This offense is so easy. Alright, come on.
See, what are you going to do?
Win, dude. You just can't win.
Yeah.
I mean, look, it's
they're not playing, they don't understand.
Yeah, it's the KOF 14 syndrome, right? When I retweeted someone there, asking why do people not play it? Everyone's like, it's not on PC, others would play it. Now that it's now announced on Steam, I was 100% okay, what's your excuse now?
Right.
And they're gonna, if they don't want to play it, they will find a reason not to play it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I guess that's it for Injustice.
Quick question before we go to a break. Steven, so you have to take off now? Or did you want to stick around?
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to stick around for long. I'm here for Injustice.
Okay, but you're not going to... Have you got a chance to mess with Ed at all by any chance?
I actually got to play him a little bit when I got back.
Okay.
I have no idea what his game plan is.
I think a lot of
he's
people
real
are in that
weird.
same
I
boat.
feel like he's going to take some time to figure out for sure. I don't think he is very obvious. Like, I think the orb is probably legit, you know?
Yeah, the V trigger.
But, yeah, like, I'm not exactly sure what the strategy is. Yeah, he's going to be really weird to see. But,
okay, all right.
Yeah, I don't know. He looks cool.
Okay.
I can't do hands amazingly well, so, you know. Like, like pianoing.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, I guess what we'll do then, I guess we'll take a break, and we're going to lose Sejam, but you're going to stick around, right, Steve?
Yeah, I ain't got to be longer.
Okay.
Yes, yeah, we're good.
Okay, cool. Then we'll be right back, guys. Don't go anywhere.
Alrighty, welcome back to the Tuesday show. This guy has exited, or is about to exit. Nice.
Well, actually, you know what? I shouldn't do that. I should do it like this.
Just have him like walk away. Oh, that's funnier actually. Oh, he went very far away. I managed to teleport here in time after ESL.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, Steven could not.
Yeah, actually, I could. We could probably slide over a little bit. You know what? Forget it. It's okay.
It's okay. I'm very comfortable where I
Yeah,
am.
I know exactly. So, all right.
So Ed in Street Fighter V, he is out in the beta, CFN beta that you can play on PS4 or on PC.
And on PC, they have mods where they've swapped him with Nash, I think it was, so people can use him in training mode.
Okay.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's what people have been doing. That's how people have been labbing him, basically,
Oh, that's
on the
really
PC.
cool.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, that's very smart. I also have seen that people have labbed him so that he like doesn't look emo. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Or not labbed. They've
modified his
yeah.
graphics. Yeah.
So anyway, Steve, have you played him at all?
No, I haven't. I thought the beta was actually down. Is it still up?
It's
'Cause I
down
haven't,
now.
but I haven't played it.
Yeah, I think it's down now.
It's done now. Yeah.
No, I didn't get to play him, but he looked cool from what I saw. I heard everybody like change up their opinions because everybody like, oh, that character looks stupid at first, but blah blah blah. And then they're like, hey, this Ed guy's pretty cool, and I'm like, oh my god. So I think he looks cool.
I like what I've seen so far. So far, I've seen a lot of different kinds of styles. The one that stood out to me the most was Punko, because he basically was just obsessed with V-Trigger. Like, he would just activate V-Trigger and just dash past it. And you couldn't hit him because it wouldn't go away. And then he would throw you, or EX invincible, or like, and then he would tap you, let the thing touch you once, and then dash you forward again. And so he was being really aggressive with it, and it was really kind of neat.
Okay.
I really liked the way that.
That sounds cool.
Yeah,
That sounds cool.
Punko was playing him really aggressive, and I really, really liked the way that was playing it. From what I had seen from just other players in the U.S., they were saying like Eduardo seemed to have the best Ed. I mean, I don't know if that was fate or something like that, but you know.
Yeah. Kind of like DiCaprio stuff, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he's a confusing character. I'm not really sure what to do with him other than that. I feel like his combos don't work in ways that I might expect. Like, not really at range is where I might expect.
So a lot of people were complaining about.
Yeah.
Logan was complaining about that, and Flo agreed with all of his stuff. So.
Yeah, so kind of weird, but I don't know. We'll see. It seems to me like they have intentionally released characters without them being or like likely to be top tier.
Yeah.
You know, like going back to season 1, I feel like it was the same way. And now some of those got buffs, right? You're in Ibuki and stuff, but and Guile as well. But when they launched, nobody thought like this is the best character.
Yeah.
Right. So.
That's true.
That's what I'd expect for Ed, but at the same time, stuff didn't really seem to work how I might have expected. So I don't know. Maybe we'll see some changes. I wouldn't be too surprised before he actually comes out.
It's interesting because a lot of the people were saying that the problems that he had were like he has no. Remember how Rose in Street Fighter 4 didn't have a hit confirm at max range, so like a no B&B at max range of a crouching medium punch because the soul charge. The shawl charge wouldn't hit. The thing about it is, I think Ed was I've heard is the same way. So like at max range crouching medium kick, the up kicks don't hit, the punch doesn't hit. But I think that's kind of interesting. Like I think that makes it so that he wants to be like right next to you at all time and can't play that kind of mid range footsie. Like, hey, I'm Cammy, low forward drill. Okay. You know, like I think that's kind of interesting.
Okay, fair enough.
So I'm okay with it so far.
Fair enough.
But I haven't had a chance to play with him. I haven't had a chance to mess with him. I was gone the whole weekend. So
when is he supposed to be officially available?
whenever the patch comes out, and they don't know because they're still trying to fix a lot of that stuff. So
yeah,
but I saw a few interesting things about the beta. Okay, one, a lot of people are saying the load time was a lot faster. You know, like it was more similar to the PC patch. That little, little thing.
Even on the PlayStation 4 one?
Yeah, you know how there was that load quick thing?
Yeah, sure.
Some people are saying that it felt a little faster.
Okay.
But someone put up this video, and I haven't seen anyone talk about it, but there was like this picture of like showing like Ed, and there was like descriptions on how to use Ed. Like, Ed is this kind of character, or blah, blah, blah. You could do this.
Really?
Like, I don't know. Like, am I dreaming? Like, did I not see this correctly or something like that? But are they adding that kind of thing for all the characters? Because that would be really cool
nice.
if they were doing that. Yeah. A lot of people are saying that the load felt the same to me, so
Yeah,
I'm not sure then. I'm not sure. Yeah, some people said it was fast. Oh, they said it's already in the game?
That is in the game?
I don't know. Like,
I don't even know what that is. I
Me
didn't
neither.
see that.
oh, okay. I guess maybe they already had advice on how to play the characters, and I just totally didn't know.
It's in demonstrations?
What the hell is demonstrations?
I've never heard of that as an option on Street Fighter 5.
Old Street Fighter 5, you have so many secrets.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's not like there are so many options on the menu, right?
I know.
There's just like a few rectangles up there, but I guess one of them hides demonstrations.
Okay, well, I guess that they were in there the whole time. Whoops.
Would have been a great idea, huh?
Okay. Well, there you go. Well, it's cool that they have that in there.
It is cool.
And okay. Anyways, but I guess none of us have really got to mess with Ed all that much then.
Not that much. Certainly most of my time went to Injustice. I figured that, you know, I would play him more when he's out. Mm-hmm. Right? Like, it's like, so I like got the handle of him. I was like, okay, these are the moves, fine.
Right.
But I didn't want to spend much time because I just figured, like, he might change. Injustice is definitely out, and, well, actually, it might change also.
That's what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of those games that I'm just going to be able to play and not have to worry about any upcoming changes too soon.
Yeah.
So I can play, like, Gear right now. I mean, Injustice is out. I can play that right now. I figured I could wait.
Man.
Same.
I need your help, by the way, Steve, because I played a Leo in our beginner room last week, and he just destroyed me. I need more Leo practice. That character.
Well, let me know if you ever want to play some Rev or something like that. I have the PC version.
That character, I understand why people hate him, even though he's not like top tier. Because if you don't know how to fight him, he just mauls you and you just die.
Oh yeah, he definitely just.
He
beats
looks
you
like
up.
a mauler,
He's quite
yeah.
the bully.
Yeah.
Yeah, he seems like a big bully for sure.
Yeah. I mean, look. I mean, that's how you're supposed to pronounce his name, right? Is Leo. He's not Leo, right?
I always, in all honesty, I'm thinking it's always Leo, but unless, like, I only say Leo in terms of, like, female characters are, like, French. So, like Lion from...
Yeah. From Virtua Fighter
Yeah,
is Leon,
Leon,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, but that's why I just say it's Leo.
Oh, okay.
All right, yeah, I've always said Leo as well, but I don't
All right,
know.
I'll say Leo from now on then. Okay. That's true. How does the game say it? I have to listen to it. The best, honestly, though, is that, you can actually buy system voices so that one of the characters actually does all the narration for the entire game. And by far the best one that I've heard is May, because she cannot pronounce Elfelt's name.
What?
Yeah, so you'll pick your character. She'll be like, "So bad guy," and you pick Elfeld. She's like, "Error from
Really?
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
And then you
That's
go,
so
and then
great.
after you pick him, and go does the versus screen, and goes, and she's like, "So bad guy, like, yeah, she gets mad, dude.
That's
it's like the
hilarious.
most amazing thing, dude. It's so great, dude.
So sick.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
That's so smart.
it's so good. I love it. I saw a video for that. I couldn't stop watching it. Like I
Yeah,
watched
that's
it like
great.
90 times, dude.
I
It's
gotta
so
see that.
amazing.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, but
That's actually pretty cool.
Oh, apparently there's a link there.
Oh yeah, someone put up a link for that though. Roscoe Britt put up the link there, so that's funny. But yeah, I'm excited for Ed. I think he looks cool. I want to see what he's doing it. So I want to see what he can do. So But I guess I don't really have much else to say about that character. Actually, we could probably listen to this.
I would like to.
Okay. So,
Oh, what happened?
That's May.
Oh, I can't hear it at all.
Oh, you gotta shut up. Okay.
All right.
She can't pronounce it. It's so funny, dude.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Like if you like, oh, it's like slow. It's like stuck now. Stupid thing. I hate that. Twitter does that.
Yeah, Twitter is not well built.
Yeah. Any case, oh, here it comes again. It just makes me laugh. I think that's amazing, dude. Any case, okay. Do you want to move on to the next stuff then?
Sure.
All right, let's talk about Battle Arena Melbourne, which was the premier event that took place this last weekend.
Oh yeah.
Let me grab the results here. All right, so Battle Arena Melbourne premier event for Street Fighter V. There were a lot of other games over there, but it was Battle Arena Melbourne 9, so it's been a series that has been going on for a while. And as usual, because it's in Australia, same time zone as Japan, a lot of Japanese players go. A lot of Japanese players go. A lot of Asia players went. And so I will do top 16.
There were lots of good ones.
There's a lot of good players there. So, for example, I still love the fact that every time Jawa enters a tournament, a team tournament, his team is called Jawa is Everywhere. Like,
really?
Yeah, that's been 2 tournaments in a row now that his team has been called Jawa is Everywhere because he really has been. But 13th place was Panda Jawa, Rise Marn, Yubiken Daikoku, the Japanese birdie player,
Right.
and Goichi with Ibuki.
Always up there.
9th place was Razor Infiltration with Karin, so he's actually starting to get back in there, you know. None of this drowning in pools thing that had happened before.
None of this swimming around with jury. Pick the good stuff.
9th place was also GGP Kazunoko. 9th place is Zowie Gamerby, as well as Cyclops Dogra.
And then before we get into the top 8, just look at a couple of those names in the 17th spot. Umehara Daigo!
Yeah, K-Brad.
And K-Brad. Human Bomb!
Jeez, okay.
There was some good players at this event.
Even in 25th. Yeah, even in 25th, you can see Sako down there.
Yeah,
and,
Sonic, Samyak, Sako.
Yeah.
That's a good lineup.
And now
But you know, Marn actually beat Daigo.
Lose to Nash?
What's that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, technically, everybody lost to
That's
Nash.
true, but Bonchan beat him.
Yes, yeah.
But yeah, Marn is the one who eliminated Daigo.
Yeah. So, dude, Shockwave is dying on this page. Well, any case, I know what the whole thing is anyway. Oh, well, no, there we go. Okay, so 7th place was Mago, also with Karin, and Yukadon with Ibuki.
Who also lost to Bonchan Nash.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
5th place was Zowie Oil King from Taiwan with Rashid, who did confirm to me that his nickname did come from the fact that he plays Rashid. Because everyone just called him... Rashid is just called Oil King as a nickname, and so he became... So he just became Oil King.
Alrighty.
And 5th place was also Razor Sien with Ibuki. 4th place was Echo Fox Tokido with Akuma. 3rd place, Graft Fudo with Armika.
Oh, wow.
2nd place, Verloren with Cammy. Best Cammy on the planet, in my opinion.
Seems like it.
And 1st place, Red Bull's Bonchan with Nash.
Man, he played like... It was ridiculous. He played so well. Jesus Christ.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
He made so many right decisions. He mixes up so well between being very cautious and like not doing anything crazy, and then he'll poke out of strings and he'll wake up super. And,
Meaty tragedy assaults, the blow, jump back, throw OS, and stuff like that.
I mean, he plays the game so well. He understands the game super well.
Someone's asking who the lady holding up Verloren's cord was. That was Sua, the Korean jury player. Yeah. She was on the team tournament along with she was on Infiltration's team.
And what I heard on Twitter was that cord.
Yeah,
It was just at an annoying angle where it didn't like settle anywhere.
Yeah, it
easily.
like fell on the joystick or something like that, so she was holding it off to the side. So
but yeah, Bonchan is amazing. He won 2 tournaments in a row because he just won. What happened in Europe?
It was the Coliseum, right?
Coliseum.
Yeah, the Coliseum. So,
and then he won this one. These are back-to-back weekends, and this one was a premiere.
Yep, and boy, did he look happy when he won. Holy crap. He was super...
Oh,
yeah, but, I mean, it's so funny because, like, the results so far of all the tournaments that we've been seeing is really flying in the face of just, like, everything that everyone's been saying about tiers and balance in the game. However, I still don't necessarily think tournament results are a good indication of tiers because it's never reflected the tiers. That's, like, never been the case. Like, in any fighting game. I don't know why, right? It's just always been kind of that way. Except for Mortal Kombat X, I feel like.
You might be right.
Yeah. But, yeah, congratulations to Bonchan. He played super well, and I'm of course going to take a little time to shout out Verloren. I still remember at final round, I was like, I think he's like the best Cammy right now. I had him kind of pick as one of my surprise winners there, and here he is right now in second place. And there was one drop punish. He was one drop punish away from resetting the bracket.
That's right.
Like Bonchan accidentally did a point blank tragedy assault, and Verloren just whiffed the punish. Like too slow block, it would have killed. And then there it was, and Bonchan took that
for sure. Fudo is still great, obviously. Tokido, cool to see Akuma working out. Well, King, yada yada. Marn did well. I'm sorry. Thinking Man's Marn, but no, I saw Mago and thought Marn, but no, I was happy for Mago because I haven't seen him travel like that in a little while, so nice to see.
Yeah, and then there was that terrible Fudo drop too, where he did the strong fierce into super, but it came out as EX command grab.
That happens. That used to happen to me a lot when I rushed the try to do the input.
Yeah, sucks, dude.
Yeah.
But, and top 8s have been pretty consistent.
For sure. It's not an inconsistent game, especially when it comes to games that are a year and some old.
Yeah, I mean, the names that are in that top 8 have... Bonchan was already in a top 8. Verloren was already in a top 8. Fudo has been in like 90 top 8. I think he's been in every top 8 that he's competed in, pretty much.
I think that's true, actually.
Tokido's been in so many top 8s.
I think for Cien it's the same way, actually.
Yeah, Cien has been in all his top 8s. Oil King has been in top 8s. Mago has been in several top 8s. Yukadon has been in a couple of top 8s.
It's not some wild game, I don't know.
Yeah, it's been super consistent. It has been super consistent. And again, like if we look at the top 16 though, you will notice that the only character of the Terror 3, which of course are Yuri and Balrog and Laura, only Dogura's in there with Urien. It's the only one in 9th place. But, like, those other characters never show up anywhere. It's really strange. But, again, I don't think that's an indication of those characters because, like, no one in Asia plays Balrog. And it was interesting. Someone tweeted out, who was it? Someone tweeted out that Japan hates using characters that don't have wake-up moves. Like, at least even an EX wake-up move.
Really? Because... the top 2 Japanese placers there are Fudo and Bonchan.
Maybe that's maybe they're the exception, right? Maybe they're the exception.
Maybe, but they're doing well.
Yeah. Well, Nash doesn't have any actual good wake up moves anyway.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But Ibuki definitely is being represented. There are 4 Ibukis in the top 16, so that character is definitely strong.
She's a good one. Yeah. Iwate is good with the boxer.
Oh yeah. I forgot who it was.
It doesn't really travel like that, so.
Okay. Yeah, but it's
anyway very cool for Bonchan. It was a good one to watch. Tons of great players premiere in the eastern half of the world, so more accessible for people from East Asia. Very cool.
What the hell was that, Steve? Did you just blow your nose?
That was my chair.
Oh, I thought you blew your nose. Like, I totally thought that was
my chair.
All right.
Okay.
Let's talk a little bit about ELEAGUE's results.
ELEAGUE
Group
Oh my
D.
God, ELEAGUE.
ELEAGUE. What do you think about that?
I mean, in all honesty, I can't say I saw a lot of that stuff coming. Yeah, however, I did notice people playing a little differently. like right off the bat, I was like, oh, this person's playing different. And just looking at the results from other tournaments, how people were playing, like, it's still a surprise.
Yeah, man. I guess before we talk about it more, we should go through the results there.
Oh, yeah, sure. Okay, so the two people who had qualified already were, who were the people? It was Phenom and Xiaohai, right? They were the ones that...
Yeah, Phenom and Xiaohai are the ones who made it out.
Right. Well, they made it out, but weren't they the ones that also started?
Yeah, they were.
They also started in the later rounds, right? So it started with Fudo versus Ryan. Luffy versus Ryan Hart. The character. They both use the same character.
Mika.
Yeah, but it was a Europe battle right there. Luffy,
right.
Ryan Hart. So Luffy beat Ryan Hart, and then Chris Tatarian beat Xiaohai after going down 0-2. Then he came back.
Yeah, that match was ridiculous. That was crazy.
Yeah, and then Chris T went on to beat Luffy as well. So he jumped off ahead to go fight against Phenom on the winner side of the bracket. Meanwhile, on the loser side of the bracket, Xiaohai and Ryan Hart played each other. Xiaohai won that. Then Xiaohai had to play Luffy, and so Xiaohai eliminated another Europe player.
Oh, right, yeah, we incorrectly said that it was Phenom and Xiaohai who had already qualified in the next round, but in fact it was Knuckle Dude.
Yeah, you're right. It was Phenom and Knuckle Dude. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, chat. Thank you.
Fair enough.
Because then Xiaohai moved on to play Knuckle Dude.
Right.
And Xiaohai finally beat Knuckle Dude.
Yeah.
And
not once, but twice.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
And not only did he do that, but he even teabagged him.
He got in a lot of downs.
And not only did he teabag him, but he was... it was either him or whoever runs his Twitter was really happy about it.
Waiting.
Because they tweeted like 9...
Now. Black is white, up is down, man.
Yeah.
That dude spoke English, and I've seen him a billion times places, and he has never said anything in English.
Yeah, I know, right?
I was just my mind was just blown. I wasn't even ready.
I mean, I keep hearing stories from people that like Daigo is great English. He just chooses not to speak it because that way he can kind of spy on people a little more and stuff like that. So, so I mean, it really was the group of T's, right? Chris T and then teabagging, right? So Chris T did really well, but he did end up losing to Phenom, so he had to fight against Knuckle Dude. And Knuckle Dude did eliminate Chris T. So Chris T had a great run. And he was actually one of the players I didn't even pick to make it into this round.
I'm with you.
So
on top of that, he could have won that first match where he had played versus Knuckle Dude. He could have won that match.
Right.
Man.
I mean, it was awesome for him, even though he lost. Some of those matches that he played were like some of the best that I've ever seen him play.
Yeah, and it was cool because before he started the matches, he actually said he felt confident. And I think that's one of his biggest weaknesses because he spends all of his time going, Ken sucks, Ken sucks. These other characters are cheap. And if he can go in there thinking to himself, you know what, I can win with Ken, like Bonchan can win with Nash, right? Like then I feel like that's so much better for him, and I feel like that's kind of indicative of how well he played here, especially after going down 0-2.
Yeah.
And then winning all the way against Xiaohai.
That was remarkable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was man, looking at that, watching him play, you could tell when, like, Chris is on. Like, looking at him play, like, when he's not playing well, as opposed to when he is playing well, you can see it in his face. It's so crazy.
Sure.
That's true. Momochi did just win with Ken as well.
In fact, that was relevant for him.
Yeah.
Because I saw Chris at, what were we just at? Texas Showdown. And he mentioned, man, the fact that Momochi won a tournament with only Ken was like, wow, maybe I should do this. Maybe I can make this happen.
There you go. Okay.
You know, but he second guesses himself a lot, and he's constantly worrying. Like, man, I should be doing better. I'm not doing better. Why am I not doing better? Which makes him not do better. Yeah. Right. It's like this circle. So it was really nice to see.
Yeah, for sure. But of course, then Knuckle Dude went on to fight against Xiaohai. And Xiaohai beat Knuckle Dude again. So out of this Group D is Phenom on winner's side and Xiaohai on loser's side. So,
look, those are great players, and that is a very well-deserving final too. But the fact that Knuckle Dude isn't in it is a surprise.
He was pretty sad too, because remember, I saw him the next day.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, so we actually talked with him a little bit. He was actually a little sad that he didn't make it, but you know. He was right there. He's third place, dude, and the talent pool is ridiculous in Street Fighter, and that's always going to be the thing. In fact, GTO Akira asked in the chat, he was like, "Why do you think Fudo hasn't won anything yet?" And my answer just honestly is just there's too many good players out there, and the fact that
there's a lot of good players, and it was like a bunch of good. As a lot of people are like complaining about it, but like there's still a lot of killers in the game. Like people complain about the game, they might not like what's happening in it right now, how their character is like represented, but the level of play that's being displayed right now is ridiculous. Like it's ridiculous, and it kind of like it goes to show just how consistent the game is. That even though it's not like the same one or two, you got like the same like 5 or 6 people kind of sprinkled throughout that top 10.
And the fact that Fudo has gotten second place, third place.
Right.
I mean, that basically means you've won a premiere. I mean, come on. Like
it's very difficult to win everything, obviously. It's very difficult to win any one. So if somebody's getting top 3 or top 2 consistently, you know they're one of the best in the world.
So, I mean, like, okay, he hasn't won a premiere. But
he's doing fine.
Yeah. But someone in the chat pointed this out. I think it was GTO Akira again, our man in the chat. So here's the top 8 for ELEAGUE, right? We've got PG Punk with Karin. We've got Graf Fudo with Mika. BX3 Phenom with Nakali. Echo Fox Momochi with Ken Orabuki. Daigo Umahara with Guile. There's the name missing from this list here. Wolf Crone with Laura. Xiaohai with Cammy. Who's the last person missing on this thing? They've only listed 7 here. In any case, the top 8 all have 8 different characters. And
that's cool. That is so dope.
Yeah.
Oh, PR Balrog.
PR Balrog. There it is. Okay, so yeah, we've got a Balrog in there then. So we have all different characters.
Very cool.
Even with Momochi playing Ken Orabuki, that's 9 characters.
Right.
So there you go, right there. So
that's a nice character diversity right there.
Yeah, that's good stuff right there.
Very, very nice.
Again, everyone who complains about the balance in Street Fighter V, I mean, like,
just that's not real.
Look, here's the thing, right? Urien, Laura, Balrog, who I said are like the Terror 3, right? And then you could probably add Ibuki into that list right now. But, like, honestly, those 4 are the scrub killers. So, like, at that level, at the high level, they are super good. They are, like, the best characters ever. But at the top, highest level, that's where they become more evenly.
I mean, they are good characters still. But
exactly.
Yeah, they're not so wild. I still continue to not think any of those characters is the best. I mean, that's
Verloren. It's funny because what Momochi is doing for Chris T with Ken, that's what Verloren is doing for me and Cammy right now.
For sure.
So
look, the game is not imbalanced. Nash just won a major. I understand it's Bonchan and he's fantastic, but if the character was bad, he's not going to win a major with it. I'm sorry, that's how it works. If a character's terrible, he doesn't win a major.
Psycho real bad if somebody just won a major.
Yeah, exactly right.
Fudo and Tokido and like all these Daigo, all these people are there, and like nobody can stop bad character and Nash. Come on now.
It's a pretty consistent game, especially for a relatively new one, and it's a pretty well balanced game.
Yeah. And I do think Urien is still godlike. I still think he's top 5.
Probably,
and reason why he hasn't been making top 8s, it's like, name me the Uriens. Like, Dogura is the only one who travels and plays at, like, any of these events. Like, nobody else does, right? L.I. Joe hasn't been traveling to any events recently, right? Nemo hasn't come to the United States in a really long time. And outside of that, who's playing Urien right now, right? There's actually a weird shortage of Uriens out there.
That happens sometimes, As you said, tiers are rarely reflected in what people actually are playing.
And like I said, the only character that I think is terrible and that we'll never see do well is Ryu. I just have no faith in Ryu. Oh, Flash, of course. Yeah, Flash uses him.
That dude has left Urien for Vega.
That's right. That's right. So, in any case.
Anyway, that was a good one. And then... what else you got on the docket here?
Another event that took place this weekend was the Danger Room.
Yes.
Danger Room.
Oh, yeah.
Which was super cool. Let me see if I can pull up the results. I just know Chris G won everything.
Yeah.
Chris G basically won everything. Here we go. Let's see. I wonder if it's on the Smash.gg. The results are there.
Probably.
Because they just basically had like a crap ton of events over there. Danger Room. What is this? Is not. Come on, webpage. You can load.
Click on events up there.
What's that?
Events.
Oh, events. Okay. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, so third place went to Dual Kevin in that tournament. Well, actually, I could probably just bring up the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
Because there's only 8 entrants in there, so let's just do this here. So basically, the person with the best so there was multiple tournaments. There was a round robin, which Chris G did not win.
Yes.
That was like the one thing he did not win. And he OS'd it. He said he didn't care about the round robin, but you know that's the OS there. But Chris G went only 3 and 4 in that. Ray Ray went 5 and 2. Angelic went 3 and 4. Dual Kevin went 6 and 1. So he was actually tied with Joey D for the top place, but I believe Dual Kevin had a better overall game record or round record.
Yeah, he was 34 and 20, whereas Joey D was 32 and 15.
Technically, that makes Joey D better percentage-wise.
Yeah, I guess it does. 68.09% rather than 62.96%. Thanks for the stats, Smash.gg. Yeah, that's...
Where did you even see that?
What do you mean?
It's down there. Oh, gee. Okay, yeah, okay.
I shouldn't have said anything. I should have just said I calculated it in my head.
Dude, I would have been like, that was amazing.
30 days was going to take that. Yeah. That's not cool.
But Static Alpha was 1 and 6. TA Wolf was 0 and 7. And Not Enough Damage was 4 and 3. So that was for the round robin there.
Shoutouts to the Midwest.
Yeah.
Joey D, Dual Kevin.
However, in the singles bracket, Chris G won that one, and Chris G popped off. He said it was free.
Did he say it was free?
Oh yeah, he went on the mic. He was like, "That was free, whatever, blah blah," and all this other stuff.
What a jerk!
He was like, "I'm the best. I'm the greatest."
Well, maybe.
Second place was Joey D. Third place was Dual Kevin. Fourth place was Not Enough Damage. Tied for fifth was Angelic and Static Alpha. Tied for 7th was Tia Wolf, and shockingly, Ray Ray went 0 and 2.
Yeah, well, look, Ray.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, man. Ray Ray didn't have the best day for whatever reason, but I was happy for Joey D. Okay, for how well he did, because I know it's been tough for him to get like the respect, and it sounds like maybe he doesn't have it even now, but but yeah, he's super good, and Dual Kevin. I mean, again, Chris G won it, but again, those Midwestern players are the guys who got into the losers finals there. Joey D versus Dual Kevin. I love watching Kevin's team. Okay, that I was definitely rooting for him.
He's a Deadpool.
He is.
Yeah.
He is super lame, dude. He's
Yep.
He will just hold
Zoning.
the back. It's zoning a lot, but it's also just like running away. He just like escapes with Deadpool at it. Just woo! You know, it's super cool.
It looks so cool when it's happening. Like zoning in Marvel 3 just looks really good.
And you know what?
Totally,
and it's funny too because Deadpool would be the character that would run away from you and troll you the whole time.
Totally,
you know?
totally.
It's like,
his Hawkeye's sick. I just really like watching him play.
Yeah.
But he has such a different style than Joey D, who's definitely about I'm going forward,
right? Yeah,
doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So it was cool to watch them match up. And same with Joey versus Chris, although obviously that worked out in Chris's favor. Anyway, I really enjoyed watching it. I wish that Angelic had done better. He was the one hosting it, and even though he ended up getting 5th in the singles here, that dude beat Ray Ray. It says 3-2, but I would say it was like 5-1. Okay, because it was like he lost some of those games in like you probably shouldn't have lost.
Oh, okay. So
situations.
I didn't get a chance to watch any of these matches, which made me sad.
Like Ray Ray made the sickest Sentinel comebacks. You know what I mean? It was that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But then it was similar against Dual Kevin, where it says 3-1, but Angelic won the first couple of games like in spirit, and then dropped some combo, and it was just kept happening to him. So
it's just one of those off days.
It happens, you know.
But like I know that there was also a random select tournament which Chris G won. There was a Bomberman tournament which Chris G won. And then I think there was also the Mario Maker thing, which apparently proved that they were all free. Because Yipes, he likes to make Super Mario Maker levels and stuff like that. So, but I don't know what the rules were, but I heard they all played and they all got bodied by that.
That's awesome.
So yeah. But it sounds like, talk about what a cool event. I mean, it was all community driven, run, like, I know some people had some qualms about the way players were voted in and stuff like that, but regardless, I think it's just a great example of what a community, when they work with each other like that, the kind of power that they have. So yeah,
true.
So I'm totally excited about that. Great job to those guys.
For sure.
Also, this weekend, someone sent me this information here. So a lot of people like to send me DMs on Twitter because they like to...
Slide through your DMs, it's cool.
Yeah, they like to slide through my DMs, exactly. Let me see.
You gotta let them in, You gotta let them hang out.
Oh, that's right. So Fugu Tabetai told me that the Tokyo Offline Party happened again this last weekend, which is the Shinobiism tournament, team tournament that Choco and Momochi put on to get people to play offline, right? And he wrote a whole thing on it, and basically there was like 8 pools or so. There was a bunch of pools of teams. Like, for example, Block A was won by the team called Taito Station Stars, which were Nemo with Urien, Inko with Birdie, and Nishkin with Nakali. Block B was won by Power of Darkside, which had Kyoso with Laura, Mizuha with Chun-Li, and MOV with Chun-Li.
Okay.
Block C was won by Trash Bonbi Style, with Trashbox, Birdie, Bonbi, Colleen, and Shiki with Ibuki. Block D was won by Mimorin's Bodyguards, with Gaffro using Boxer, Michie with Laura, and Oremo with Ibuki. Block E was won by the Youngins, with Nauman Ken, John Takauchi Rashid, and Haitani Nakali. What's Haitani doing on the Youngins team?
Is he chaperoning?
I guess. Oh, no.
Oh, man, he's the dad. He's driving the hatchback. That's him.
Well, apparently Nauman, who was the Ken on the team, was joking on Twitter that Haitani said he would totally join the young kids team, and he did.
That's funny.
Okay. Block F was Gun Maruguchi Revenge with Gunfight Alex, Marco Karin, and UGP Mizuguchi with Urien.
Okay.
Group G was won by Pon Poime, totally butchering that, with Ponzaman, Rashid, Opoi with Ibuki, and Harumi with Ibuki.
Okay.
Group Block H was won by Melty Blood Army, with Menma, Akuma, Garu Boxer, and Surume Nakali. Block I was won by Detective N Suppressors. And even the guy who wrote it put the question mark. If Fugu put a question mark in there, he's like, I have no idea. But that was Tachikawa with Ibuki, Fumiya with Boxer, and Kobatake with Claw. Block J, there's so many blocks.
I was just about to ask
crap.
how many blocks we're going deep into this.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do this faster. Okay, so Block J was Super Big Brothers with PSK Kami, Kichipamu Zangief, and Machi Kami. Block K was won by The Players Have Been Deleted, with Siogepi Ibuki, Tyler Zangief, Delete Monster Karen. Let's see. Block L was won by LP Fraud, with Rintaru Chun-Li, Takarum Karin, and Sasajima Rashid. Block M was won by Blue League PR Department with Dio, Laura, Agomi Birdie, and AZMX Urien. Block N was won by These Characters Were Balanced by Kindergartners.
What?
With Kindevu Urien, Vanao Boxer, and Ando Urien.
Vanao plays this game?
I guess that's him, but it says Vanauo.
Oh,
I don't know if it's the same
That's
one.
probably the same dude.
Block O was won by Ponchichis, with Ponchis, Claw, Bauer, Colleen, and Rinta Akuma. And Block P was won by Wonder Project J, with Duke, Urien, Major Boy Colleen, and Tai Tai Dictator.
Well, definitely the biggest news of that was that Vanao plays Street Fighter V.
But the interesting thing about it is, the whole entire tournament was won, indeed, by that Block P group. Wonder Project J, with Duke, Urien, Major Boy with Colleen, and Tai Tai with Dictator.
Not the
team.
Vanao.
Not the team that we would have expected. So.
What would we have? Oh, I don't know. I heard a lot of Boxer and Laura.
Exactly.
I heard a lot of Ibuki and other stuff too, but I heard a lot of those characters as well.
Yeah. So there you go. good variety there. So, but shout outs once again to Fugo Tibetai for sending that information to me and just having this whole entire write up. It was basically Tokyo Offline Party 5. So he wrote all about that. So it was sponsored by not only Shinobiism but also the Button Mashers group over there.
Did you say that Major Boy played Colleen or Ibuki?
Major Boy played Colleen.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it. I mean, he was a really, really strong Ibuki player, but I guess he likes Colleen.
Yeah.
Cool. Interesting.
Sorry, that did take a long time. So
what do you mean?
Apparently, Cool Guy AJ apparently was there too. He even played in a team over there. So.
Oh yeah.
And then the last thing I guess I can talk about from this last weekend was the Kotaku Beta Pro event that I went to.
Yeah, how was that?
That was actually really cool. A lot of people there were like, this is really cool because they got to play against these players, and it really just shows you just how good these guys are. Because you could tell they were like sleepwalking through the majority of their matches. Justin never played the same character twice, except at the very end when he had to fight against Chris Hugh, and so he picked Karen again. But outside of that, he used every character. Like he just went through like 15 different characters and stuff, and he was able to win. Smug only used Boxer, and he never lost. Justin never lost. They beat everyone. And Knuckledew played, and he actually did lose a match. He lost a match to this player. He seems pretty good. He's a Guile player named Dominion.
What a scurb.
But, dude, that match was sick. It was Guile, and I tweeted out, like, after watching it, I was like, I hate mirror matches, but Guile might be one of my favorite matches in Street Fighter V. Because it's just like fireworks, dude. There's just sonic booms going off everywhere and everything like that. So... But basically, all the people just registered for that. They were there. They put everyone's name in a jar because there's too many people. And then they would draw your names out ahead of time so you could go to the dojo room where Arturo Sanchez was trying to teach people how to play Street Fighter.
Interesting.
You know, and then the last one, for the not last block with Knuckledew, they even put free pizza and free, like, alcohol for people that you could just, like, get like drinks and stuff like that.
Rad.
It was actually really cool.
Oh, that's dope.
All right, man.
Yeah, it was actually. I was pleasantly surprised. I got to meet a lot. I got to meet Stephen Totillo and everything like that over there. And in fact, Stephen Totillo brought a Nintendo Switch with him that had Ultra Street Fighter 2 on it.
Oh,
and,
did he?
Two of the writers there, Ian Walker and Matty Myers, like got a bunch of people to play. So I actually got to play it a little bit.
Okay, let's talk about that.
I didn't get to play it enough, to be honest. I seriously was like, dude, I want to test every character and see if there's any balance changes. And they're like, we don't have time for this, James. So it was just it was just a bunch of people playing on the little Joy-Con. So it was really hard to play because the shoulder buttons are hard to press.
Right.
And they wouldn't let me button config, so I was like totally messed up. But I was surprised at how well I could play on the Joy-Cons. I was actually surprised. And the Joy-Cons do come with wrist straps that make the shoulder buttons bigger. So if I actually had those, I could probably click the shoulder buttons a lot better. The only thing I'll say is right now is just from like the 2 seconds, the one match that I played with him, Violent Ken is broken as fuck right now, dude.
How could he not be? It's so clearly absurd in that game.
Low roundhouse teleport is like, boom, he's like behind you. And it was the most ridiculous
It looks crazy, man.
thing, dude. It was so
When is
ridiculous.
it supposed to come out again?
End of May. So it's coming out soon.
Then.
It's coming out soon, yeah. But there was a lot of like little interesting modes and stuff like in there. Like they have the color mode and all the. I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. Like it was kind of cool to play it again. I don't know. It was just like it's Super Turbo, right? How could I not be excited about that? So, but I'm curious because they did say stuff like I didn't get a chance to test this, but when Justin first played it, he said like Honda's stored super was gone. You know, and then obviously they put the throw text in there.
Right.
So if they didn't change anything else, the game is probably going to be wildly imbalanced because Ken is going to drop in tiers drastically. Blanc is going to suck now. Dhalsim won't be able to beat Vega anymore. You know, things like that.
Even like Chun-Li would be worse if she doesn't have stored super. And
And
if she's not doing 25% damage grabs.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That character without those two things would, be good, but not. As she is.
So we'll see what happens. Did any ST players enjoy the balance of super? Of ST Super? What's ST Super? I don't even know.
Was that the one that? No, I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Clack, you'll have to clarify, please. So, but it was cool. I mean, it's neat because I can literally bring the Switch and we can all just sit there and play on little Joy-Cons.
Yeah, that is nice.
And play at an airport or play on an airplane or do whatever. Nice. So, yeah. I mean, heck, even on the plane back from Texas Showdown, I was playing Kyobi on Puyo Puyo all day.
Right.
You know, Puyo Puyo Tetris we were playing all day. And I don't know.
It's cool, man.
Dude, I've been using that thing on all my plane flights, the Switch right now, and like I've been like playing Mario Kart. I'll tell you this. So when I flew out to New York, playing Mario Kart on a plane with turbulence is kind of weird.
Oh.
Especially because Mario Kart has inversions, like tracks where you go upside down or like sideways. Like I would feel the sideways, and the plane would like move in a weird way, and it was kind of weird, but you know, it was fine. It was fine though. Yeah, but it's cool. It's
all
cool,
right.
So.
All right. Well.
But the event was really cool, and a lot of people saying they had fun. They have an office in Kotaku, but. Like, I was even starting to talk with the Kotaku people about turning it into, like, a traveling road show. Like, can you imagine if they went to, like, here's this area where people don't get to play against a lot of top players. But cool, it's tough because New York obviously has the people. They would get enough people in there, and it would probably, it would be proper to do it if they went to BFE, you know, like, then they probably wouldn't actually be able to get that many people there, right?
For
but
sure.
It'd still be cool, so...
Well, any other events to discuss?
That's all I can think of right now.
Cool, man. You got anything, Steve?
No, sir.
Alrighty.
So, do you want to take a break? We come back, we can just go through the rest of the event.
Absolutely.
So, what about you, Steve? Do you have time, or do you need to take off?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna eat dinner. Because I don't want to, fall asleep. But yeah, I'm probably take off now because I'll eat dinner. I'll just catch up with you guys another time.
Yeah, no problem, dude. Have fun
Later,
at
man.
ELEAGUE, and we will just, like I said, we're just gonna go over these little things over here. So.
Yeah, I think after next week we'll be back a lot more consistently. So even still, people won't be dead tired or whatever the case may be.
Right. Dude, that's really
all right, guys.
Later.
Peace.
Honk honk.
Dude, it's so funny. I was looking through some of the comments on the YouTube videos that you put up for Injustice, right? And I was just reading the comments, and I read one of the comments, and they're like, I wrote this as this or whatever, blah, 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 honk, honk. And I was like, that really looks like something David would say. And then it was you. And I was like,
yeah, it was. For some reason I called back 1 2 1 plus 3 back to 1 plus 3. It's not that big a deal, but I don't know why I didn't fix that.
Any case, let's go ahead and take a break, and when we come back, we'll just go through a few little things left. Wow, you're doing the Steve finger guns, dude.
I'm like probably a week or two away from getting a ponytail.
You haven't cut your... Well, you said you were going to cut your hair, right?
It's very close. Yeah, I'll cut it before Kumite, which is in 2 weeks.
I cut my hair, right? See, I have.
Wow, yeah, you got it. Jeez.
Yeah, I got my nice short hair.
Nice.
But you know what? I'm kind of glad I did the Kotaku event because I'm really lazy about getting my hair cut. But like, because it was sponsored by Gillette, we had to be properly groomed for the event.
Okay.
So I had to get a haircut. I had to make sure like I shaved that morning and stuff like that. They didn't want anyone with stubble.
They really asked you for that?
It was in a sheet. Yeah, it was like literally in a sheet. Like. Was there.
Esports, man. What a world.
Yeah, dude.
Anyway, what else is happening? Let's talk about community news,
community event news, etc., etc. So the first thing that I want... Oh, actually, we forgot to mention Royal Flush happened this weekend. It was like a fledgling Smash tournament, but got like 70K viewers. And
sick.
And grand finals came down to Armada and Mango.
Oh, I heard.
And Mango won.
Right.
Which I've heard now makes him undefeated on Mother's Day. Apparently, he never loses. It's been like 5 different events on Mother's Day, and he's won every single one of them. But it ended like Armada's 6-month undefeated streak or something like that. So it was actually a really big deal.
Yeah, I saw the video from Anti of his his preparation, his training. Did you see that?
Playing Mario Kart.
Playing Mario Kart beforehand. That was like his preparation before top 8.
7th place was Nintendo and the Moon. 5th place was Leffen and Shroomed. 4th place was Drug Fox, who beat Leffen.
Sick.
3rd place was Hungry Box.
Yeah, my man.
2nd place Armada. 1st place Mango. So
Sick.
Not a lot of shocks going on there.
Hungry Box, super sick. 3rd place.
Also, Combo Breaker's coming up in a couple of weekends.
True.
That's going to be a crazy premiere, and you don't understand. Like, it makes me so sad that we're not going.
Oh,
like,
I'm with you.
I can't even.
I totally get it.
It's like the biggest ST and Vampire Savior tournaments. Like,
I know. Do you see? I mean, we'll talk about the registrants. That's why
I'm going to talk about the registration totals right now.
Yeah.
So, tweeted on the 15th. So this was yesterday. So this was true as of yesterday. We don't know what it is right now.
And Combo Breaker does its registrants in advance.
Yeah,
right? There's no at the door registration.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
But first place right now is Street Fighter V with 645 entrants. 645 entrants.
That's a lot.
That's pretty damn good. Injustice 2 has 363. That's 2nd place. So they actually surpassed Exerd, which breaks my heart. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. This is fine. Exerd has 316, however. So right there. 4th place is KI with 167. Tekken 7, 5th place with 163. Skullgirls with 148.
Dang,
so keep in mind
awesome.
Keep in mind that Skullgirls and KI largely consider Combo Breaker like one of their biggest, most important events.
Right.
Especially Skullgirls. They just consider Combo Breaker their Evo.
Yeah, and actually for KI, it's kind of become that because they're not at Evo.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay. Smash Wii U had 148 entrants. KOF has 137 entrants.
That's awesome, too.
MKX has 134 entrants.
I can't believe it. I almost literally can't believe that.
But those are only the official games. They also have a bunch of their side games as well. Oh, no, actually, they're all official games, I guess. Because Marvel is tied with MKX at 134.
Okay.
BlazBlue Central Fiction is at 130. Mystery Tournament's at 128. ST is at 113 entrants. Whew. 113 entrants. Melee has 89 entrants. There must be another event going on the same weekend. Yeah. Vampire Savior has 84 people. 84 people. When B3 had like 60-some people, were like, they're never going to get bigger than this, you know?
Yeah.
84 people for Vampire awesome, Savior, man. Which is like a 2 decades old game.
Yeah.
Brawlhalla is 64 entrants. Soul Calibur 2 has 61 entrants, and CVS 2 has 46 entrants.
Wow, man. All those are great.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's awesome.
Really, really cool. So, dude, like, and yeah, apparently SF5 has more entrants than it did last year, which makes sense because it's a premiere event. Last year was not a premiere event.
Oh, I suppose that's true.
Right, so that was a big conflict, right? So, but this year it's there, and not only that, but it's going to be missing like 16 or 32 players at Red Bull Kumite, right?
That's right, and ELEAGUE.
A lot of the ELEAGUE players are praying that they get Saturday pools. That's why there was that controversy between beef between certain top player and the Hado. Yeah. Anyways, but that's Combo Breaker. Combo Breaker is gonna be ridiculous.
Man, what a good tournament.
I'm so sad, dude. I'm so sad.
Yeah.
Like, I would have wanted to cast, like, all 100,000
Oh, there are cool ideas, too, man.
Vampire
Wait till you
Savior.
guys see the stream. They might not even do it, actually, I guess.
Oh, really?
That's what I don't know. I guess we'll see, but...
Okay.
I mean, there might be cool stuff happening there. Yeah, we're not going to be there, unfortunately.
Yeah, we're going to be at Red Bull Kumite.
Which is cool, and I don't mean to sound like I'm, like, dismayed that I'll be there, because it's going to be great. But, man, it's very unfortunate that it's the same
Every time I've told people, I'm like, I'm not going to Combo Breaker, they're like, what? Why not? I'm like, I'm going to Red Bull Kumite. Like, oh, boo-hoo, you're going to France. And that's pretty much the reaction, right?
Although, the travel dates are, like, Thursday, you leave. Friday evening, you get there. Okay, Saturday's the tournament, Sunday's the tournament, leaving Monday.
Yeah, we don't get a chance to do much out there. But you know what's funny is someone actually told me, like, we should, like, a lot of the restaurants that we ate at and stuff like that, we shouldn't go, we need to go find the specialty restaurants. Like, there's that store that just sells bread. Or there's the cell that just makes crepes.
For sure.
And she said those are the ones that you should hit up.
Man, I'll tell you what I most want to go to.
I want crepes, dude. I want crepes.
Well, we can do crepes. I'm sure that'll happen. I did go to a bread store that I remembered from when I lived in Paris.
Oh,
it was remembered.
Oh, that's right, because you lived there. That's right.
Yeah. A dozen years ago. But when we went, there was that day when we landed or something, and like I got up early and I walked around.
Oh yeah.
And I went there, and I went to this famous chocolate place, and so I did some of that. But what I would really like to do is go to my favorite falafel joint in the whole world.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. I've been to Israel and the Middle East, all over North America, all over Europe. Not all over, but you know what I mean. I've been places, all right? And that is the best falafel in the world. In Paris, France.
Let's do it.
In the Jewish district in Paris, France.
All right, we'll get your falafel, we'll get my crepes, and then we'll be good. That's what we want. That's what we want. So, someone says Canada has the best chocolate. Oh, Kappa. Never mind. Okay.
I'm not like the world's expert on falafel, but it's pretty good, man. And I've had falafel in a lot of different places, and for me, it's the best.
Some people, I mean, they're saying France also has great cheese.
I haven't been everywhere. Yeah. We're staying kind of close to a really good spot. Where we stayed last time, and I believe it's going to be the same this time.
Oh, Le Crayon?
Hotel,
or Hotel de Crayon.
It's pretty close to the Louvre, right?
Yeah.
So there's a spot that I recall that was not that far away from there.
Okay,
that's like a really good dedicated cheese place.
Okay.
And the way that I heard about it was that where I was going to college, I went to Berkeley. Mm-hmm. There's a place called the Cheese Shop. No, I don't know if that's the real name. But anyway, there's this famous cheese place in Berkeley.
Shoppe? In Berkeley.
In Berkeley.
Okay.
And they have like relationships with cheeseries all around the world. Okay, so I went there. And somehow I found out about this. So I went to like the Berkeley cheese shop and I was like, I'm going to Paris. Where should I go for cheese? And they were like, you gotta go here. And I did, and it was great.
Okay, well, there you go. We'll try to do that.
We'll try
to do that. But, I mean, dude, we didn't go to the Louvre last time we were there. Because I've heard it takes like 5 days to explore the Louvre. I don't know if we'll have a chance to actually explore it at all this week.
Yeah.
But I do know that I have lots of relatives who have already offered to give me a bunch of money so I can buy them like purses and wallets and stuff like that and bring home for them. So
straight from France, huh?
Yeah. Because, I mean, my cousin was telling me that the import charge makes them ridiculous.
Oh, really?
And so a lot of things, like if you buy like Louis Vuitton over there, it's like way cheaper.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah, than if you actually buy it here. And stuff.
Oh, okay.
It's still expensive, but it's like way cheaper. But we'll see what happens.
Okay.
So. You know what, Cappuccino? You are absolutely right. I'm super hungry right now.
Oh, are you hungry?
I'm just like talking about food because you're like mentioning falafel and all this thing.
I have the dregs of my pasta. If you'd like to lick it, let me know.
Hey, you know what? My cats will do that. You know, Nathan does that. He goes to his little bowl and he licks the bowl when it's empty. Like, I don't know if it's just like some sign to me, like, I should be eating food here.
Oh, man.
But like, he's like licking the powder of like the dry food that's left over behind.
Oh, great.
He puts on a show. Let me put it that way. So,
oh man, yeah, Musée d'Orsay is pretty great. But we're not going to get to see any of that stuff.
Okay.
We'll see cool video games, though.
So I talked about this. They did announce that DreamHack Summer 2017 is going to be added to the Pokken Tournament World Championship Series.
Oh, nice.
So we're going to have some more Pokken hype there. Tomorrow night, apparently Nintendo is doing an ARMS Nintendo Direct.
Ooh.
So I am definitely down for that. I think, or is this, actually no, that was a while ago, wasn't that? Or, no, it is tomorrow. A special ARMS Direct tomorrow night. Yeah, this was posted today.
Sick.
So there you go. So I want to find out more about that game. I think that'll be cool. I also heard they're going to run a tournament at E3 for the game.
Oh, interesting.
So that's going to be super cool. Let me see here. There's an event in Glasgow. Glasgow?
Yeah, no. It's fine.
Called.
I think we said Melbourne earlier, so it's fine.
Melbourne?
Melbourne.
How is it supposed to be pronounced?
Like Melbourne.
Is it really Melbourne?
Yeah,
I mean, that's what
like
the accent, right? Yeah. Well, battles in
Melbourne.
Glasgow, BIG. Battles in Glasgow.
Cool.
Will be taking place as this summer. It's coming back. I guess this is the second year. Yeah. So it's going to have Smash 4 and Tekken 7, Guilty Gear Rev 2, and Smash Brothers for Wii U. I don't see any information on Street Fighter V, so it will be a Street Fighter V-less event. But that will be taking place on July 22nd. So definitely look that up. You can look that up at Battlefield GG on Twitter for all your information about that event. Melbourne, yeah, that makes sense actually. For games information, Skullgirls Mobile has been announced to launch on May 25th. I'm really interested in this. Mike Z offered me the chance to get into the beta, but I just don't have time to play any damn thing anymore, so I didn't want to waste that. But
that's very cool news.
This is a fighting game designed on mobile by Mike Z, who was like, I want to see if I can come up with a way to make mobile games work on a mobile platform. That's not put a stupid controller on the screen and you forget where center is and everything like that. So he says he's trying to come up with a good way to make a fighting game on mobile. So I'm really curious to see how that's going to go. Cool. I will definitely get that to support him. Just like I totally should get games on Steam, and I totally missed that until I was editing the episode.
I'm glad. Okay, you caught it.
Yeah, I saw it because I didn't see you pointing at me and doing all these things like that, and then I saw that and I was like, oh, that's why he was going on about that. Okay. That's right. Capcom also had the Online Pro Tour event this weekend for Latin America and for North America. I didn't see the Latin America results.
I believe Cabo won.
Yeah, Cabo won that one, but in Street Fighter V on the America one, PR Balrog won that one. So Balrogs are doing well on the online events.
Ooh.
But Master Skills with M. Bison snuck in there in second place, and Jeremy and Rip, were all like, man, this unknown Bison, look how good he is, whatever like that. And it's Happy Medicine. It's actually Happy Medicine. He actually tweeted at them afterwards. He was like, unknown Bison, huh? And they're like, oh, it was you? Yeah, so.
That guy is so talented.
Yeah, he's really good. Really good, so shout out to him.
That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, like Nightmare, F-Champ got 4th place, Nightmare 2450 got 5th place with Commander Jesse, Samurai and 801 Strider. Well, I guess we can call him XSK Samurai again now.
I guess.
But we'll get into that. I'll just get into it now then. So a couple of departures from sponsors. Winter Fox has released 801 Strider and XSK Samurai, which sucks because Mikey just signed with them.
It was very recent.
Yeah, it was right before Capcom Cup last year. It was like literally December.
Yeah.
And I guess they decided to kill their Street Fighter division. So
too bad, because both of those guys have been doing more, including at this ranking event. But like Gustavo's been more places, doing better. Like he's really figured out Street Fighter V. So unfortunate.
They're not. It's not going to take long for them to get.
Oh yeah, sure.
Same thing goes for Mr. Alex Myers. He has him and Ronan have parted ways.
Right.
Alex Myers tweeted about it. He just said his contract was up and he didn't want to renew it.
Voluntary.
So it was him. It was his decision. He's probably hunting for some bigger sponsorships than that guy.
He's a smarty pants.
He's been making top 8s. He got top 8 at DreamHack, which was a premier event. So he's been doing fantastic.
Yeah.
So. Smart guy, absolutely. And then also Cactuar, the Melee player, was signed by Splice to become their Melee coach.
Oh, sick.
So we are definitely getting more coach roles.
Yeah.
So I know Adam Madak just had an interview recently, Jimbo.
Yeah.
Who was talking about people surprised that people don't talk about the fact that he was hired specifically as a coach.
Yeah.
Because he kind of remembers himself being as the first one. But I actually kind of remember now, it was Hungry Box's friend who got hired by Liquid that was kind of the first coach that was hired by an esports team, right? I forgot what the guy's name was, but it was like Hungry Box's longtime childhood friend or something like that. And
I don't know, dude.
The chat could probably tell me.
Isn't Tafo a coach somewhere?
Tafo might be a coach as well, so... but yeah, so Splice has gotten one now. And then, of course, Team No Surrender has signed DJT and MIT to compete in Injustice 2. So some Injustice 2 people are going. Oh, so Tafo is Mango. Oh, Crunch, I guess is his name. Crunch is the name of Hungry Box's friend.
Cool.
There you go. Okay, I think that's all I have for news.
All right.
Anything else you want to talk about?
I want to talk about MKX somehow getting 100 and plus people, 134 at Combo Breaker. Because I don't... It's like... First of all, it's great. I really enjoyed the game. I would love it if it could survive alongside Injustice 2. I really don't believe it, but but the fact that it got that many entrants, even though obviously it's not going to be the top dog, if it could do something like what ST does or whatever, like it sticks around and it's like not gone, that would be great. And not just because I like the game and I'd like to watch and play it more, but because it would be really nice for the NRS scene to set that precedent of if a new game comes out, the old ones aren't dead. They're not like completely buried, which is how it's been.
And like someone actually in the chat said that they like MKX more than Injustice 2. Injustice 2 is a day old. We have no idea. We have no idea.
But look, I'm sure that will be the case for some people, as always is.
Yeah, of course,
right?
Of course.
So for those people, it would be nice if you could still play and watch MKX as well, not just the new one. So yeah, I think that's very cool. But what I'm going to do when I get back home is play Injustice, not MKX, even though I definitely could. So, I mean, I'm part of the problem. I understand that. But
well, it's a new game. This is the most fun time to be playing a game.
Yeah, and I just... Dude, did you see the... I just put it up, video about Jump Tech OS?
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't see the video, but I saw you tweet about it. So you hit the throw button in the air, it doesn't make you whiff a button?
Correct.
That seems... That's going to be patched. That's got to be patched.
Maybe I should have been a tester.
That's going to be patched.
As soon as I found that, I was like, I probably should have gone testing this game after all, just to help them out.
Oh man! But
like, I don't know why it is that other people didn't try it out, because like that's been a thing in another big game in Street Fighter V. I understand that like not all of the NRS players also play and pay attention to Street Fighter V. That's fine. It's just like maybe somebody would have been like, this is a big issue in this one game. Maybe it works in our game, and they didn't. But you know, I really like the game overall. It's just like because it's way better in Injustice than it was.
Oh really?
Oh, for sure, dude. Because if there's no button in the air,
because you can hit the button on
so
the way
what
down,
you can
right?
do, say that you're a character with a fast jump, you just jump forward and you start your combo.
Oh yeah.
Right. So instead of jump back,
dude,
Tech
I'm telling
OS,
you what,
it's you jump forward and now you're pressuring.
And you know what? Like, can you imagine Catwoman jump back, throw Tech OS H, 2, which hits like across the screen, and combos into her dash move.
Yeah, sure.
So
or what about like I tried it in the video with Batman. His jump 2 is super impressive because it's fast, crosses up. You don't necessarily know if it's going to hit in front or back, and that's pretty crazy that you just like get to start going. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Also,
it's not broken for sure.
Yeah,
but
people in the chat are telling me to remind everyone that Guilty Gear Rev 2 is coming out in a couple of weeks. So, God, I'm so excited for that. Just to be able to play some biking online. Oh, she's got some dirt. I don't know if she's actually super good, but it's just I'll actually have a secondary, which will be nice. You know what I mean? Although, God. Yeah, anyways, I don't want to sit here and be the Tasty Steve just talking about how fun it is to play Johnny, dude. Like, you understand, like, the last, like, I played again, so at Texas Showdown, Mr. Bloodberry, who's the best guy in our room, like, one of the best guys in our room, because other people are joining now who are, like, ridiculous, right? But, you know, he was at DreamHack, he was at Texas Showdown, I got to play him offline, so we got to hang out and play and everything. And then Stone came by and started teaching me and Bloodberry's Johnny playing friend, like, all these Johnny things and stuff, and, like, every time I play, every time I do these lobbies, like, I feel like I get so much better. And then I played Leo and just got destroyed, and that made me sad. But, you know, that happens. But, dude, like, man, once you start getting good at the game, once you start realizing what you can do with your character, and again, the level of creativity on that is just ridiculous. I'm like, oh, God, it's so fun.
Good.
It's so fun. Dude, I would love to come to NLBC one of these days. I couldn't stay in New York that long, so
that would be awesome.
I had to come back. But actually, maybe one of these days. I'll...
Oh, you mean after the event?
After the event in New York.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Like that.
It's tough.
Okay. What's up?
I'm never not in listening mode.
What do you mean?
Well, that's what Wickerson just said. David entered not listening mode.
Oh, okay.
I'm telling you, I'm fantastic at listening even when I'm not paying attention.
Dude, I'm the worst. I zone out. Like, one of my friends a long time ago, he's like, you stop listening to me a lot of times when I'm talking to you. And I'm like, do I? And he's like, I think I can tell.
Huh.
My mind wanders too much. My mind wanders. It's not that I get tired of listening to you. It's like something will come into my head, and I'll be like, oh shit, what if this works in this fighting game?
Oh,
like,
dude,
well, like...
Believe me, I understand. So, my tech is to mentally section off a small portion of my brain, and I imagine it as, like, it's physically this part, like, obviously that's nonsense, but, like, I'm imagining it as, like, all right, this part of my brain is for you, and you're talking about how your day went, and I'm just playing WoW.
Well, this is why you can still anti-air and I can't, right?
Maybe,
because I can't.
maybe,
I'm bad at multitasking.
But, like, the other side of me is often, who knows? You know what I mean? But
I don't need a spinner
like that
thing.
portion.
I have a fidget cube already. I don't need one of those stupid spinner things. I have a fidget cube, so this thing's amazing.
Yeah,
I love
it
this
looks
thing.
cool.
Also, I forgot to talk about the events coming up this weekend, but there's a lot of ranking events coming up this weekend.
Yeah, there's 4 or something.
Saigon Cup, Toryukin, FFM Rumble, and online event LA number 2.
Sweet.
So
Latin America.
Let me pull up these things here. So yeah, Toryukin, which will be streamed. Let's see if he has stream information. Toronto Top Tiers and Toronto Top Tiers 2.
Okay.
Makes sense. FFM Rumble, which is in the Frankfurt University of Applied Sciences. That's cool.
Cool.
That is going to be streamed. No stream information here, but you can actually go to rumble.hardedge.org to find information about the event.
Mm-hmm.
But again, that will be taking place in Germany. Also this weekend, of course, is the EVO pre-tournament in Japan. Like,
right.
Seglia and all those guys are out there this weekend.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, so Seglia, he's apparently the worst, like, Japan tourist ever. Like, he landed, he's like, what am I supposed to do? He's like, I just, like, walked into Taito Arcade, and I thought, like, it was something else, and I didn't realize Taito was not the name of this. I literally tweeted, I'm like, you are the worst tourist in Japan ever. But that's taking place over there, so that's going to be on streams. EVO Japan 01, EVO Japan 02, EVO Japan 03.
What a bunch of things.
EVO Japan 04, and this one might be confusing. Okay, this last one, EVO Japan 05.
Oh, thanks for the... That it's so clearly made by just some programmers. You know what I mean? just imagine the canons like, okay, how should we name the streams?
Yeah,
Well, Evo 01, Evo, you know, just okay.
Pretty much, yeah. No, you're 100% right. That is totally... But of course, that is going to be... It's going to be a huge Tekken 7 tournament. It's going to be a huge Guilty Gear Exert tournament, so that's going to be really exciting. They got a Smash 4 3-on-3. They've got side tournaments of Blaze Blue Central Fiction, Dead or Alive 5. I always call it Last Rites. I know that's not what it is. KOF 14 and Soul Calibur 5.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so that's going to be exciting. I can't wait to see the Exert event there. I really want to see some of that Guilty Gear over there. So
cool, man.
Also, this weekend, as we mentioned, let's see, Fighter Star, which apparently is on Panda.tv, so I'm going to guess that this is in China. But it's going to be Street Fighter V, Tekken Tag 2, KOF 14, KOF 97, and KOF 98. Confirmed to be in China.
Yeah, basically.
So this event is going to win Shanghai a bunch of money. Saigon Cup is this weekend, and that will be streamed on Saigon FGC. No spaces, no underscores. Well, of course, no spaces, no underscores. But that is also going to be, Street Fighter V, Exerd, and BBCF.
Nice.
And then, of course, as we mentioned, the Capcom Pro Tour Online Latin America event number 2. That will be streamed on twitch.tv/Capcom Fighters, and so we'll find out who else is going to make that.
Sweet.
You are just trying to put your hair in a ponytail right now.
Yeah, I'm messing around a lot with that. I should probably just get it cut.
Here, I got some twine.
No.
Like, you want to try it? Okay.
Maybe I'll get a mullet.
So that's all coming up this weekend. So really exciting. But again, the weekend after that's the big one, right? Combo Breaker, ELEAGUE Invitational playoffs. It's going to be the top 8 that on Friday. Combo Breaker starts on Friday. Red Bull Kumite. Not only is the exhibition, but it also has the pre-tournament to get into the exhibition. A lot of events that weekend, and it's going to be exciting.
For sure,
It's going to be a fun weekend. It's going to be a fun weekend.
Ton to watch.
Yeah.
It's sad that we couldn't all be at all of them.
I really wish there
Just how it
was
worked
teleportation technology, man.
for
God.
sure.
Like, even though we wouldn't get any sleep, I would probably teleport back and forth and do commentary.
Oh, I would certainly try. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like the best use for teleportation. Make sure that we can get to fighting game tournaments better.
Oh, dude. Why else would you invent teleportation?
Only reason.
Why else would you invent teleportation?
Agreed.
So.
Only use necessary. All right, well, anything else to talk about?
No. I think
Injustice 2 Mobile.
you've actually been cracking out on that?
It's not that great a game, but
Okay. It's no Final Fantasy Record Keeper. No, Final Fantasy Record Keeper is not a great game either.
actually, it's pretty similar in the sense of how like you're leveling up characters and getting
Oh,
gear
yeah.
and stuff like that.
Okay.
It's just that there actually is interactive gameplay.
Oh,
It's not
okay,
like the
okay.
most compelling gameplay. but
Right,
it's-
yeah.
You know, you're playing a fighting game. It's just not the best.
It's really interesting because on FFRK, it's like literally like because I'm so powerful now. Like once you get to that level, there's only a few dungeons that are like actually challenging. So like a lot of it really is just grinding now. But like, dude, I can't stop. I don't know why.
You have ground up everything, man. You're a grinder.
I am definitely a grinder. I grind a lot.
You're always on grinder.
Grind everything all the time. So
You're on grinder constantly.
on grinder or grinder. Okay.
All right. Well, I guess that's it for tonight. We're not going anywhere this weekend, right?
No, we finally have a free weekend.
Hey.
I am going to sleep
But-
this weekend.
Yeah.
No, actually, I might stream. I'm actually going to be able to get a copy of a game called Little Nightmares. That like is apparently like a little.
Oh, I've heard about it.
5 or 6 hour game. So I'll
Yeah,
probably stream
I heard that's
that
really
this
good.
weekend. Yeah. So I want to play that, and then I'll probably also stream a bunch of Zelda because I need to catch up on Zelda.
Cool, man.
Because I need to get through Zelda so I can start doing the Mario Kart 8 streams. But I haven't done the Mario Kart 8 streams because, see, the cool thing about the Switch version of Mario Kart 8 is that they added the ability to do time trials in 200cc. So you can actually practice it in 200cc.
There wasn't a practice option?
Because the practice option is always defaulted to 150cc.
Oh.
Right? But they added 200cc, right, which is the stupid,
right,
ridiculously
the
fast
super
mode.
fast one.
Right? And you couldn't train on it on the Wii
I
U
see.
version, but now you can.
That
You
makes
can
sense.
actually play it. And it's like, and so basically I'm doing that stupid Mario Kart grind where I'm getting 3 stars on every cup, on all the other circuits first.
You're just living on grinder.
Yeah, dude, I'm just grinder all day.
Man.
Grinder. But that's what I'm doing on the airplane. I'm
Yeah.
doing all my grinder stuff on airplanes.
Well,
dude.
yeah, you know.
You know.
Join the Mile High Club at some point.
Yeah,
maybe.
exactly. So there you go.
All right, bub. I'm gonna go head home.
Puyo Puyo said to stream when? I streamed it yesterday. Jesus. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
But in any case, peace out, everybody. I need to go get some pasta because all I smell is. I need to like wear a bunch of bracelets and have it go.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, here we go. Okay, this is about the best imitation I can do right here. So there you go. All right, yo. All right, we're good.